Walmart
Oh,
is
really?
going
Okay.
all in on the white label delivery service that they are calling GoLocal,
Yeah.
Chris. The Walmart PR engine was busy while you were gone.
Oh my God, yeah, they were. Like it's turned up to an 11
Yeah.
again. I can't
Yeah.
handle it. Like,
Um,
did you? Sorry, I got to break in.
yes,
Did
go.
you see the announcement yesterday that they're partnering with the MIT Media Lab? Like that's some cool, innovative thing. Like, yeah, I looked on the list. Like every retailer partners with the MIT Media Lab. Like you're not doing anything cool just because you say that. It doesn't mean anything. But anyway, sorry, Ann.
Okay, so are you gonna be all right? We gotta. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
we need like one of those pressure monitors in here just to make sure that like you're okay, and like we'll put
Yeah.
like a tracker. on
Embolism
the-
watch.
Yes.
We need an EW.
My God. Okay, so according to the Wall Street Journal, the service will provide drop-off and pickup of packages from local and large retailers alike starting at the end of this year. The deliveries will be handled by a combination of associates, gig workers, and at times other delivery companies in unmarked vans. So these will not be Walmart delivery vans. The Walmart press room said that GoLocal has already established a number of contractual agreements with national and enterprise retail clients and is currently accepting select new merchant partners. I don't know about this, Chris, but we have to figure out what our thoughts are on this because A&M,
Oh, this is the A&M question. Oh
they
man.
put us on the spot each week to see how the team here at OmniTalk, we would approach the types of challenges that they help retailers solve every day to stay on the right side of disruption. So, Chris, they want to know this week, does Walmart have the scale to build a profitable business around last mile delivery where others have struggled to do it? Is this really what Walmart should be focusing on to move the needle? And if not, what?
Wow. Okay. Great question. I love that the guy who just had a stroke gets the tough question from A&M. So thank you, A&M. I always appreciate that. Thank you for looking out for me. I think it's a great question though. So do they have the scale? I'd say yes, they have the scale. But this announcement is more confusing and has more things wrapped up in it than my grandmother's goulash. Like
Gross.
it's really hard to understand it. So like, for example, like Walmart claims that it's going to be using a mix of its own fleet. It's going to be using a mix of gig workers and drivers. They're going to be in unmarked Walmart vans and not clothed in Walmart clothing. So like I start to think about that. I'm like, okay, wait. What are you doing here then? Because if you're going to use your own fleet, fine. Then you get more scale efficiencies in your deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to use gig workers, that's something completely separate, which is very hard, which comes with its own host of problems in terms of delivery consistency, people showing up, the deliveries arriving, within the windows of time that you set, right? Like all those things start to rear their ugly heads. And so which of these approaches are you taking? Because if you're not putting them in Walmart, colored vans or clothing, it sounds like you're taking the latter, which means you're also standing this up from ground zero.
Right.
Where a lot of people have had far more experience doing this, and then you're not getting any efficiencies in your fleet, which is the direction that my insiders tell me most people are going, like, when you think about it, because that's where the value is.
Yeah.
And so, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It sounds like an announcement just made to be an announcement again. And then the other part that really pisses me off, whenever I see this, just for everyone listening, when you read stuff in the media, this is a tell to me. When a company as large as Walmart says, we have a number of national retailers already signed up for the program, but we can't name who they are. Like, well, why the hell can't you? Because every other retailer in the business is talking about their partnerships with Shipt, Instacart, DoorDash.
Right.
Like, there's one
That's a good
being
point.
announced every freaking week.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, you're talking in the article about it's about mom and pops, but then you say national branded retailers are signing up. So who are you really helping here? I don't get it. The one saving grace for me is like where Walmart stores are located are probably in places that are hard to get gig drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are using your own fleet in that space for capacity to help out those small businesses in that area and get some extra revenue, I could see that working. But that doesn't sound like what you're doing. So I don't get it. What do you think, though? Do you like this?
I don't know. I don't understand. Like
just
you
hard
were
to
saying
understand.
earlier, like, is this a SaaS play or a last mile as a service play? Like, I don't understand what they're offering to these retailers. And my biggest question is, are local mom and pop retailers, which this program is allegedly
that's
named
another
after,
thing, right.
are local retailers going to stomach this? Is it, to your point, is it a better deal for them than the USPS, the least expensive of the FedEx, UPS, and other shipping providers right now? I think it's going to be too high touch, especially if they are going on this local angle. the amount of interaction with these small businesses, like who at Walmart is going to run that program? Like these are, if we are really talking about mom and pop businesses, that has to be so streamlined, and the like amount of connection and that they're going to have with all of these tiny retailers is just, it's a lot of work, I think, for Walmart, and I don't think that it's going to be profitable, to answer A&M's question.
Great point.
I think that Shipt, like this is being compared to Shipt as a competitor, but Shipt and Instacart, all of their all of the companies that they work with are enterprise partners. They're not mom and pop. So there is this like idea that you could be profitable by working with large enterprise retailers. But I think we'll be interviewing FRONTdoor Collective for Grocery Shop, which we have our mugs here, which will also be at. But we're going to be interviewing FRONTdoor Collective, that is a collective of grassroots delivery providers. I think something like that coming up and trying to disrupt the current distribution and fulfillment for local retailers makes a lot more sense, and I think would gain more trust by local retailers than the Walmart that's putting them all out of business.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, this sounds to me like a Walmart PR sizzle story. Like, and then the other thing is, like, if they've been testing this, why hasn't anyone heard about this? Because this isn't something you can just covertly test, right? Like, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.